Do you want to know all the best settings for the 3.2 update and 120 FPS? In this video, I will tell you all the best settings for a smooth gaming experience. I will go through all basic and advanced controls, and the reason you should use it. Without wasting any time, let's get started. So let me go through the controls. In basic controls, always make sure you keep the left side fire button always on. What's the difference between the two fire buttons? The right side fire button can be used to move the camera while you are holding on the fire button. This tends to keep your aim unstable, but the left fire button will not move your camera, only used for firing, which in general allows you to keep your aim stable while firing. So always keep the left fire button turned on and consider using it for better control. Next, let's focus on the quick scope switch. This should be enabled. This will allow you to easily switch between your scopes without having to open your backpack. Now I will tell you about a setting a lot of people do not know about. In scope settings, camera rotation with ADS. What does this option do? When enabled, if you hold your scope button and move that finger, it will move your camera. This won't make a difference for you if your scope setting is set to tap only. But if you use the hold method, it would be better to disable this option, so your aim won't move when your finger that holds the scope button moves. Finally, in the peak settings, we have the same option. When enabled, your camera moves as you move the peak button, as shown. Disable the camera rotation with ADS so your camera remains stable when holding the button. This way, our aim will be stable when peaking. Now let's look at the advanced controls. Disable the headshot sounds for a better headshot connection rate. As you can see, turning the sounds off makes it easier to connect headshots, and your gameplay becomes much smoother. Ever wanted to jump and fire over an obstacle but you end up climbing it? This is how to solve the problem. Separate the jump and climb button as shown. Now you can jump close to a target and fire over it without climbing it, and you can freely climb it whenever you wish. Now let's focus on TPP setting. I set this to 80. This is because on 80, it's much easier to take close range fights as it results in better accuracy.
The blue team has scored!
If you use 90, you will have a better view almost similar to an iPad view, but your close range accuracy will reduce. You will understand this better after seeing this clip. I'm currently on TPP 90, but the hip fire is really bad. Now I'm going to change to 80 and see how it improves my hip fire. You can see my hip fire became much better after setting it to 80. Therefore, I suggest set it to 80, or you may select a range from 80-84. Next, make sure your sprint sensitivity is set to 100. This is the value which works best for me. For 1v1s, disable aim assist for better aim. And now let's focus on the next option. Horizontal acceleration must be disabled at all times. For a detailed explanation on why you should do this, watch the video pinned at the top. These are all the important settings. The rest of the settings you may copy as I have. Now let me show you my graphic settings and finally my sensitivity. The sensitivity code is given in the video description. I hope this video was useful for you guys. If you had problems regarding the control settings, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so I will be able to push forward more useful videos for you guys. This is your chance to make suggestions for my next tutorial. Let me know in the comments.